try who we get eventually. Ball falls for France early on. They can swing their game early, put some pressure on Fiji. JP Barak back in the side for the first time in quite some time. Nelson Epe, he's a talent. Went full 360, you can already see it is rugged and tough in there in the opening 30-odd seconds. And France have come to play early. Logel spins it across the line for Sefo. Logel again. And Barak, big, wide, cut-out ball for Epe. Nelson Epe going to fly for the corner. Cover defence, can't get there. Epe in the corner. And the try given.
Nelson Epe having the speed to finish after the cut-out pass over the top. Looked like one of the Fijian defenders tumbled to the floor. I'm not sure if he was blocked or anything like that, but Epe pulled down just short, but the momentum enough to slide over the line in the tackle of Talatholo. And the French strike first. Fiji won't like that. It started from the kickoff. The French doing a really good job of retaining possession and then going through phases. Look like they're trying to avoid a bit of contact, perhaps worried about Fiji attacking them in the breakdown.
Oh, great conversion too, to extend the lead. 7 points to nil. Nelson Epe, what a debut season he has had. A 21-year-old, that's his 34th try, the most by a Frenchman in a season. Kickoff just goes the 10, but Fiji fly. And now driven back under pressure is Tuai, who brought that ball down. France trying to blow over this, and they've done so. Ball spills out the side, illegally so it's going to be a penalty as well.
Wow, we saw that the French have the best restart retention rate on the series this year, and they didn't win that one, but just flooded that breakdown, knowing they could get over it and doing a really, really good job of then stealing the ball. And Fiji haven't touched it yet, really. So the French now have the opportunity to get on the front foot and try and just put another try after their last one.
Oh, created some space, manipulated an overlap, and now it's Barak for the corner. And all of a sudden, France go bang, bang, two in quick succession. JP Barak.
Wow, 2 tries for France, and I think only 1 Fijian has touched the ball so far. So the French doing a really good job starving Fiji of possession, and that can be, if you're able to do it, a very effective strategy against them. It looked like one of the Fijian defenders just thought he could get man and ball, realizes as Barak slides out that he's not going to be able to, and then Barak has the speed to get over the line, and we'll have this touchline conversion and try and extend the lead to 14.
Trying to convert his own try. Jean-Pascal Barak out wide, can't do so this time. And this is an energetic start from France, 12 points to nil.
I think France demonstrating they're disappointed with that loss to Ireland earlier, but don't fear anyone. You're coming out against Fiji, they're going to go for it and give it everything they've got.
Trying a little bit of Fiji on Fiji. That time was Jordan Sefo, looked to slap the ball back, but there's a knock on, so this will give Fiji some possession from the scrum.
And Sefo there actually wasn't challenged by any Fijian defender, so I think expecting the competition, he's going for the big slap. But it ends about realizing, oh, there's no one actually around me. I can catch this.
Stay down on him. Steady until ball is in. Okay. Crouch. Bind.
So Jerry Tuai, the scrum, is bang in midfield. He's got options, left and right players tucked in right behind the scrum as well. Tuai, and a penalty. It's a bit of a soft penalty from France. So Fiji finally gets some ball and a chance to play. And there's one big Fen get away from me and trying for another as well, powering down the side. Risaku lays the ball back quickly for Morthina Thangi to clear away, and it'll be Matana who does so eventually. Fiji starting to get on the front foot for the first time in the match. Throws a massive dummy, does Nanduvalo. They all bought it, and Nanduvalo scoots in to score.
Nanduvalo finishing it off, but what a carry that was down the right edge from Fiji, getting so much forward momentum. And I think it was one ruck, one try. We spoke about that earlier. They average a try for every ruck they set, so don't go there, but we see it there. Just driving forward was Risaku, brushing off Barak, and then getting just so much forward momentum. And then the French defense is scrambling, not able to cover across. And Nanduvalo, if he gets half a gap, he's going to take it.
Third try of the tournament for Nanduvalo takes him to 26 for the season. 26 in 4 tournaments. In admiration for that man's neck muscles, as France lead 12-7. Again, another penalty, and this is what's getting Fiji on the front foot. Tuai looking for the player switching back in field. Bodies in motion. Again, it's Rasaku who made the bust on the right for the earlier try. Scragged at the back was Talatholo. And now the captain of Fiji, Wasia Nathungu, gets them rolling forward once more. The bright start from France is under threat. Standing in the tackle with Mothene Thangi, and in support on the inside, Jerry Tuai.
Tuai going over for the try, and Fiji pulling back to 2-2. And after all that bright start from the French, looks like we'll be going into almost the end of this first half with the scores potentially tied up with this conversion to come. But Fiji just getting back on the front foot, and some ill discipline from the French cost them. They had the penalty at the scrum, another penalty there at the breakdown, and that's allowed Fiji to get on the front foot and start having some possession in this game. And for the French, they need to start retaining possession of the ball. That's what got them off to the good start. They maintained possession for a good period of time. Fiji have had the ball, Fiji have scored.
12 points apiece. Jerry Tuai, the man, two-time Olympic gold medalist, World Rugby Sevens Player of the Decade, World Series titles. There's still only one thing he hasn't won, still no Commonwealth gold. They were the silver medalists. But at the moment, after it was all France for the opening 2 minutes, it's now been all Fiji. This man's had a big say in that too, Kamaniele Rasaku. Another penalty against France.
Both off feet. Yeah, you and him.
Yeah, France really seem to be targeting these breakdowns, flooding numbers through, but they've got to do so accurately. 2 in a row now, just going straight off their feet, and that allows Fiji to get on the front foot.
Tuai gets the return ball. Eluding and evasive as always. And then the spectacular pass for Matana came from Mothene Thangi, and away goes Talakolo. Tuai in the middle. Nthungu ranging in the wide channels. The little hitch kick has absolutely left the French defence scattered. Brilliant. Waisia Nthungu.
Nthungu with a fantastic little goose step there. And yeah, he's waiting for someone to come make him touch it down. I don't know why any of the French defenders would feel inclined to do so. But just let him stand there as long as he wants. But Fiji striking back, getting 3 tries in no response from the French. And now they're going to go into half-time, having done exactly what they needed to. Didn't panic after that early deficit, knowing and believing that when they got their hands on the ball, they'd be able to strike back.
So after going 12-0 down, Fiji storm in front, 19 points to 12.
Hold on. Out.
Well, when we say we get inside the action, that is insight into the Fiji camp. Incredible scenes, and seeing their leaders standing up and taking control. 19-12, Fiji lead. France at half-time, coming from 12-0 down.
Ready? Ready? Okay. Come on.
Wise Nthungu, Fiji's great captain, strokes this one, but it goes 9.5 metres, and that'll be France ball, excuse me, to restart the half.
And potentially exactly what France need to get back into this game. We've seen it actually quite a few times today, but it can be a costly error on the kickoff. You're allowing the other team to set their attack in a way they'd exactly want to.
France able to try and work a set move as Baraka's manhandled. Zhao tries to tip on, it's gone forward. Right idea, but that is a very difficult skill to execute under pressure.
Absolutely, especially when you have a massive Fijian bearing down and you're ready to level you. I mean, Lagel can probably absorb the hit better than quite a few others, but France could be a big mistake there. They'd been given the ball. You then going into it, and it looked like they really just weren't on the same page from the tap penalty. That should be something everyone on the whole team knows exactly what you're doing. You're able to set a good go-forward rack, and the French didn't do that there.
Tunnel ball back through the legs, so cleverly done from Tuai to allow Fiji to launch again. Rasaku hanging on around the ankles, and a good tackle from Epe.
6, leave the halfback.
Nufungu. Fiji trying to spread for Talafolo. Hasn't had a lot go his way yet in this match, and has
Don't lift.
lifted and then put down gently. Deep inside their own half, but they won't mind. Nufungu got one around the face as he chopped back in field with his clever footwork. And now Fiji starting to pour forward. France hanging in the fight here at the moment. Lost it. Yeah, good work from France.
Good job just staying in those collisions, staying in the tackle. Fiji working the French, the full width of the field, really. The French getting tight at times. Couple loose passes from Fiji meant they weren't able to exploit that space out wide. And then it was an uncharacteristic mistake in contact. I mean, Fiji is so good, even with defenders hanging off them, getting the arms free and throwing the offload. The mistake in contact there, and France are only down by 7 points here. So still very much in this game, especially if they can get something going from this scrum.
Crouch. Bind.
Vakurena Billy onto the field for Fiji, replacing Mothinufangi. One big man for another. France trying to attack here. Pass can't go to hand, though, but Epe certainly capable of creating something out of nothing. Just like that. How good's the footwork from Nelson Epe? He's so elusive. Lays it back nicely for Perez. Big ball. Now they're going backwards. Logel will have to tidy up, as he so often does. Tries to force a pass. They say it's gone backwards. Play on for France, and Verandamu barreling forward 10 metres up over halfway. Well, it was a bit shaky at times from France, but they've maintained possession well. Perez hacks a ball ahead. There's no chase, but there is a lot of open space. And now the chase is coming. The bounce just in time. Brilliantly done from Nanduvalo. And now Fiji look to break out. The hands are wonderful. Poetry in motion. A kiss of the ball. Voiviawa, Nanduvalo, exceptional.
There are a few people you want to have in a broken field less going against you than Nanduvalo and Tuai. Just an absolutely deadly combination. Perez really attacked the line, and that's what allowed the Fijian defenders outside him to mean he couldn't put that pass to the man outside him, forced the kick. So close to this bouncing to Epe, but then Fiji, it's Tuai and Nanduvalo here attacking. What a combination. That's a shot put on Tuai. Dubious whether there was a full wrap there, but Fiji go in, pull this advantage. Now they're 12 points up with the kick to come, and for France they really need to score next in order to have a chance in this match.
Nobody loves a rugby ball like a Fijian player. It's special. 24-12 now, and a well-deserved spot on the bench. Well, I was going to say spot on the bench, but they're all just actually sitting on the ground, the Fiji team. Very relaxed.
Okay. You tell me when you're ready, and I'll call time on.
Look at that, all France
You tell me when you're ready.
to start, and then they've just been made to pay.
Go back on, please.
Ball slapped on France's side, off a Fiji hand into the arms of Lochel, driven into the ground in a hefty tackle. Just holding on to it with Riva, the captain, out there. This is Iragua. And Mignon, some fresh legs for France, and penalty will help then. Still time, 24-12 with 2 minutes to go, but needs to be now for France. Big wide ball for Epe. France okay to go backwards at the moment, and then getting Iragua to accelerate through the gap. Looks for the runner on the inside, finds him, and it's brilliantly worked by France. From nothing, Pasquet scores a try.
Iragua doing so well, just an injection of pace. He's come off the bench, he's got his fresh legs, and he really just hit onto the ball at a pace it didn't seem like the Fijian defence was ready for. He thought maybe he had the pace to go all the way, but cleverly, just this nice step there, puts his head down, waits for the step, and then Pasquet does really well to straighten, avoid those tacklers and show his pace to get to the line. And now France, 5 points back, a minute left on the clock, the best kickoff team in terms of retention on the circuit, and now it's time for them to go up and get it. We'll see, they love to go to Laugel, and he's here on this left wing, so it will be interesting to see if they go there.
They've been all Fiji, and then France out of nothing. Have given themselves a sniff. There was time, 24-12 with 2 minutes to go.
As you can get. Okay?
William Iragua doesn't go to Lochel on the left. They send it right, and they send it long, and they send it into Fiji hands. No contest for the ball. Now Fiji,
Release,
in a hefty tackle, Saturanga is able to eventually squeeze it back for Fiji. Temba, Ioane Temba. While Fiji have the ball, they have the match. Talafolo takes it upon himself. He thought I said before, hadn't seen much of him. They've seen him when they need it. Joseva Talafolo salutes the sky, seals the win.
Talafolo sees he's got the mismatch against Verandamu and just backs his pace. There was space out wide, there were numbers out wide, but Talafolo did not need them. Uses those long legs, stretches those long legs, and just strides away from Verandamu. And yeah, the combination of Verandamu and Laugel out there for the French is probably their two slowest players. They've got them next to each other, and that opens up the mismatch, and Talafolo exploits it.
Oh, you have to wonder why the kickoff option, the restart option for France, as we see the sights of the Fiji fans and their delight. It got tight, but they've seen it home, have Fiji, 29 points to 19 to get their second win of the day.